Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Bryce Young doing Bryce Young things, coming back, making plays all over the place. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Bryce Young, the Panthers, finding a way to get it done in the pouring rain right out the gate. Look at Carolina discovering the RPO. Who would have thought? It translates to Nine's game. Well done right here. We're reading 53, the linebacker. He moves with the run. Rip it to your boy 19. I thought 19 played pretty well, actually. He must be a mutter. Concept-wise here, RPO-wise, this is the linebacker we're reading. The offensive line essentially blocking the 5 at the line of scrimmage. We're going to run a little slant, flat on the backside. And all Bryce is going to do is read that key. So give this a little bit of time, shuffle, shuffle. Make this nice, easy window when that linebacker moves over with the run. So again, who would have thought the guy who ran it at a really high level at the collegiate level, running RPOs all over the place, can translate that into the league? Love to see it go from Saturday to Sunday. Love to see this offense evolve to incorporate more of them. Right here in the rain, doesn't matter. Nice completion. Next one here, 3rd and 4. Now, when you play in the elements like this, meaning essentially hard rain, I personally think it's very difficult to throw the ball. Okay, so usually, like on Patreon videos, I'll spend multiple times reiterating the grace that I give guys with accuracy. Now, that's definitely going to come off as an excuse in a more condensed video like this. This is certainly a miss. Okay, it's also raining hard. Okay, so you make sense of it if you want. A more go up top, must outside release go. Here's the out. To me, this is just drive out. So there's the drive with the basic on the backside and the out. Now, this is such a bad throw that it makes it almost look like a corner. And again, it's wet. I personally think it's really hard to throw the ball. It looks like it's coming down hard. Okay, excuses aside, we missed the throw, 3rd and 4. Now, you can see here, if that wasn't there, if Thielen wasn't there on the out, you can see the drive and the basic coming to you. Now, I personally prefer to play this play with a burst from the back on the other side, but that's just me. Again, I think it's there. Everything except the accuracy, the finishing little touch there. That ball sort of looks like it jumps off of his hand. Again, elements, tough to put it exactly where you want all the time. Next one, 3rd and 7, still coming down hard. We're going to rip it deep out down here to the bottom. Now, guess what? It's raining. We get hit. We're still playing with that. Hey, you love to see it from Bryce Young. I really do. It never gets old to me. I think it's even more impressive when it's a young guy. He can't get through that throw. Again, doesn't put it exactly where he wants by any means, but it is raining. It looks like it's borderline downpouring. So deep, deep, deep. Love this route as far as him stepping on the toes of this corner. Gets right up into him. As we let this thing go eventually, you know it's coming. Okay, capital A. In the elements, pretty rare. Okay, in the elements, we'll do a new one. Kind of rainish anticipation. Okay, whether you want to underline it, bold it, increase the font, I don't really care. It's a hell of a job to be able to put this thing in a good enough spot. Again, I'll pause it at the top so you can appreciate the anticipation. Watch that route at the bottom, step on his toes. He goes to throw it right there. You can see he's not out of the break yet at the bottom. There it is, anticipation. If it wasn't there, you see the in coming across up top. So right to left, no, beautiful base as far as width of feet, not necessarily generation of power and toes. But again, making that throw with someone right in your lap. No heel click. Again, you can just see the dude plays with it on his toes. This is just if I had to make a prediction of Bryce Young and what he looks like next year, I hope he goes somewhere on the offseason that helps him generate more force in the ground while all his cleats in the ground. I don't know if it'll happen. It's just my hope. This beautiful anticipation is pretty close to a penalty too, coming in low on a quarterback right there. Dangerous. Hell of a throw. Rain still coming down hard. Down here to the bottom, 19. Doing 19 things. Okay, not necessarily a burner, but creating some separation. Dude fell over. And then my favorite part here is just kind of the vibe. Like, yeah, he creates separation, maybe a little push, maybe a little trip. Okay, whatever. Neither here nor there. Yada, yada, yada. But the violence here on the boundary. Okay, now I'm all about, having fun and jest with people that aren't fast enough necessarily to play in the league on the perimeter. But this is my jam. That violence on the boundary, that is tone setting. I love to see it. Watch the route at the bottom. Get off me. Stop route. Did him dirty like out on the basketball court. That's where you got give him a little shimmy. Better make sure you hit the mid-range though. And then right here. That is a rough rep for the corner. Oh my gosh. You get 19, essentially shaking you to the ground. Again, the guy's a mutter. Boom. And then the violence on the boundary. I love it. I really do. That's outstanding from 19. Nice job from 9. Spinning it in the rain, get the ball out. But this is outstanding. Dunk. Hell yeah. Next one here, 3rd and 3. Still raining, coming down pretty hard. Looks like we're going to work the bottom of the screen. Slot, 19. A little choice. Probably chooses wrong, gets a little too fancy. But Bryce Young, the playmaker, the creator. I think this is what everybody wanted to see, maybe a little bit more that has come early on in the career for Bryce Young in the league. Empty, nothing there. Got to go create. No panic. Create a big chunk out of nothing. So 3rd and 3, tough. You're probably going to get some iteration of tight man. This to me ends up being a little kind of closed zone. And I think Thielen here, if this is a choice route, meaning he can go in, out, settle up. Some teams let you go to the short post. To me, this is very, this is no slap, but this is the reality of it for me. This is very Canadian League. And what I mean by that is it's just too much. It's like you could do this in the Canadian League because you get this running start. So these guys would come up and go in, out, turn around, and they'd be open because you still have time because they're running downhill. Well, this to me, he comes up, he gives him a little shimmy. He then goes out. He then comes back in, and Bryce Young can't wait for that. So he's got to go. So watch that route in the slot. Now, is he eventually open? Yeah, he is eventually open. But guess what? It's too slow. We continue to say the same. I have the same complaints all year for the most part. Yeah, you win, bro. But you put 8 moves on. And I'm not helping slowing it down. So full speed. Yeah, already off of it. But then Bryce Young, creator, vision, nice job coming back to the ball down here to the bottom for a little mini chunk. Love it. And on 3rd and 3, you got to go. You got to create. Again, right? No, off of it. Got to go. Again, the eyes downfield. Creator. Love it. First down. Next one here, 66 seconds left. End of the first half. Back shoulder up top. 19. Again, really nice body control. Not going to necessarily blow by the guy in the slot. So you have that space. Bryce throws a perfect back shoulder. See a couple really nice back shoulders. Again, because I made such a big thing about, giving some grace to quarterbacks in the rain for misses, I think it's worth pointing out for the vast majority of this first half, Bryce has been pretty pinpoint considering the weather. It really has. This is a very nice back shoulder throw up top to the slot. Again, really nice job by 19 to control his body, make sure he gets this thing. I'll pause it right when he lets it go. Again, lined up to the left. Outstanding. Great rhythm to it. That's a perfect back shoulder look. And he's a back shoulder guy, in my opinion. There's the receiver. The DB type is right there over the top. So you don't want to throw this thing down the field like a traditional go ball and try to drop this thing out of the rafters. You want to throw it right at him. So you kind of drill it right to the open space, even outside of him. And again, Thielen's got the body control to be able to come up here and kind of turn away from the defender. So you get this space into it. Again, not the easiest thing in the world, in my opinion, to throw these slot fade back shoulders, but 19 makes it look easy right here. Really nice job. Nice late hands, separation, catch, lot to like. And again, just the rhythm of it. Pass protection, good enough. Ball out, strike. Let's go. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I really do appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me personally, so thank you for taking the time and doing it. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics. So we have a course on RPOs, tempo, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offensive system available for you, so hop over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Check out all those linked in the video description as well. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, 4th and 7. Now we're in the second half. Now this is a rough one. Okay, so if I'm going to give 19 his flowers for having a nice first half here, it starts to unravel a little bit for me. Now again, could the ball be a little bit better? Sure. It's still raining. Okay, certainly good enough to catch it here. You would love to be just a little bit more explosive, powerful to get a first down. Okay, that's the first part. So slants up top. Got it. Separation. You got to get a first down right there. Okay, now the other bummer part about it is, first of all, I love me some quads. So down here, if you were to work the bottom and didn't like 19 up top, 6 probably gets you an easy first down too. Now, the other part about this, okay, and don't freak the hell out and come at me sideways because you're cousins with 19 or his neighbor's friend, okay? This is not the route for me. And what I mean by that is if this is a slant, I just dislike slants that are so choppy right here. I want this thing to look like you're shot out of a cannon. Make it look like you're running a vertical. Make it look like you're going down the field. Don't and that is compounded, in my opinion, right here, versus press, because it's 4th and 7. So we got to get past the 30 here. So anything that takes away depth, so that's just going to make it harder to then get to the first down, as opposed to set him inside, give him hard 3 to the fade, come back underneath, give him some wiggle. That's the difference. Okay, this is the difference. You want to have an argument with me about this guy as much as you want. This is the difference. Change of direction, acceleration, explosiveness. It's just not good enough. Okay, so watch the route. This, he's at the line of scrimmage. Where does he make his move? He makes his move at the line of scrimmage. Like the ball's on the 37. He makes the move at the 36, maybe. It's not good enough, Doc. Like that isn't a route. And then you catch it, you're stumbling. We can't finish it. Turnover on downs. Damn. I don't know how this is on Bryce Young. Could he give him a better throw? Sure. Would it help if he wasn't on his toes? Sure. But I could say that about every throw that the guy makes. Next one, Bryce Young, naked keeper up top to the right. Nothing there. He's going to turn into the playmaker, scramble, run. Sometimes the best plays in these weather games are quarterback runs. Now, I don't necessarily think of Bryce Young as like a dynamic runner, but he certainly can get up the field. And we've seen him be one of this offense's best weapons, seemingly on 3rd down all year, running and getting first downs. Right here, it's not there, making multiple people miss. Now he does get hawked from behind, but he holds onto the ball. So there's nothing there. I just appreciate them moving the launch point, getting him out on the edge. Let him be intentional with giving him opportunities to create. This is what he does. So it's not there. He can go do this. Make people miss, strong enough to run through a few tackles, go get you a first down. Again, I just feel like it hasn't been cultivated. It hasn't become a priority for the offense. It's been like a default, like, hey, bail us out, dog, on 3rd down, as opposed to move the launch point, go do you, get us some big chunks. Next one here. Okay, this one it's tough, but I think it actually gets better when you watch the film. So initially, yeah, you'd love to hold on to the ball. You don't want to put the ball on the ground. Thanks, captain. Strip sack, all bad. Okay, that's the first part when you watch this and just kind of understand, golly, loose with the ball. Okay, it's wet, excuses, whatever, hold on to the ball. I think this is what I would classify as avoiding a disaster. So first of all, if you play the Falcons, okay, I know almost nothing about this personnel. I'm not going to try to pretend to tell you that I have a scouting report on these guys. I will tell you that the limited stuff that I've watched this year and shared on the channel, I would know where this guy is at all times. Okay, that dude is a ball hawk. He's Darren Sharper pre-creeper. He's the football creeper, Darren Sharper. The dude is a ball hawk. So right here, I'm going to know where he is. Now, this play, okay, not for me. I would classify this as almost like the bones of spacing. So you got goes on the outside. The number 2 is over the ball on a sit. And the number 3 looks like he runs like a deep hitch. I don't know what the hell this is. But it looks like they're trying to get the ball here. Well, guess what? Number 3 has seen this before. He is coming downhill. He is going to pick this off. So if we're trying to throw the ball to this guy on whatever the hell that is, this guy knows that, and he is going to take this. So as Bryce Young turns this down, as he looks at it, turns it down, he's avoiding a pick, in my opinion. So he's avoiding a pick. He ends up putting the ball on the ground, but we don't turn the ball over with an interception, probably a pick 6 the other way. So watch this thing play out. Watch that safety up top. Oh, there it is. I mean, he has taken that, and it is scoring. Look at Bryce Young. That's vision. To see that and turn it down. That's what I'm talking about. Now, from there, sure, hold on to the ball. Thanks, Captain. But I love the ability. These are these absolute empty plays that, unless you're really watching this, can appreciate. You can see 3, top right corner. He is taking this ball. That is a pick the other way. Ball hawk. Turn it down. Whoop. Now, hold on to the ball if you can. But my goodness, nice job avoiding the INT. Next one here. Again, continuing to rain. 3rd and 8. Bryce Young, the playmaker. Okay, a little 3-by-1 bunch. Nothing there. Extend, 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 extend. Find your guy deep down the field. Now, this is on here for 2 different reasons. One, I think it's impressive for Bryce Young to just this is what we thought we would get immediately in the league. It hasn't happened yet. Okay, consistently. His ability to just get out and create. Now, the part that's frustrating for me is that, and it's tough. I'm going to tell you, it's tough on the offensive line unit when you play with a guy like this who has the capacity to extend. But you've got to be really disciplined. And it's kind of a time clock thing more than anything else. And so these offensive linemen, they're locked in. Like, they are pass protecting. They're trying to protect the franchise. These dudes are almost always salt of the earth, great dudes that try really hard to protect the franchise. I'm not saying that they do a great job this year for this group, but I'm just saying in general, okay, stereotype. Now, the hard part is to be able to understand the time clock where 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. I'm still blocking. I'm not giving up. I'm going to fight till the end. I'm going to fight. You've got to have real discipline with your hands. You can't get caught grabbing, because as these guys who are playmakers escape, out the back door, up and out the side door, up and extend, what you can't have is this penalty, because this guy is not going to make the play. The right guard here just gets a little bit out of whack. And again, I'm telling you, it's hard to do. The guy he's blocking is not going to make the play on Bryce Young, but he gets called for a hold, and this thing gets pulled back because they're just not used to playing with a guy like this yet. It takes time. That's not an excuse. That's the reality. So right here, 69, yeah, you're holding on. Hold on, 1,000, 2,000, 3. Okay, now you got to get your hands inside and just let it go. Do not get called for that hold. That hold right there, you can watch the white hat down here to the bottom. He's looking right at 69. That guy's not going to make a play on Bryce Young. And it takes away a huge chunk. Just an absolute bummer. Next one here, 2nd and 8. We're going to run play action with a little double crossers down the field. I think of this as a man play. You catch any iteration of zone, check it down. Bryce Young, the creator, the playmaker, again, just kind of the unique distributor of the ball. It's raining, a little push pass, get your guy going downhill for a decent chunk versus a coverage that this concept is not for. So we're going to take this big play action shot. And again, damn near every team runs a version of this. Okay, so you're trying to get man to man, and essentially you want the one-on-one. So we're going to hopefully have multiple guys running with these crossers. And then wherever this free safety goes, he can't be right. He goes over here, we're going to throw it over here. He stays in the middle, we've got our choice, probably the guy underneath. But what I love Bryce Young here is he's immediate. So we're going to have this fake around, fake play action, fake around, and then he comes back out as the check down. So immediately, the back is in trouble. The back's right in his lap. All Bryce does is flip this thing out. He immediately identifies it's not going to work. It's quick. He gets the ball out of his hand. We get our guy going downhill into the red zone. Love to see it. Gone. Again, look how quickly he plays that thing. It's just his vision. He just sees the space. Leads him perfectly. Again, in the weather, you can see the rain coming down. Just a really nice job of playing this thing out. No. Soft touch, catchable ball. Let's go. Next one here, 3rd and 4. Okay, this is a rough one for me. This is slant flat up top, 19. Now, watching it in real time, I didn't think it was the greatest throw. Watching it back, I don't think it's a great throw. I still think it's probably a catchable ball. I don't know if I would classify this as a true drop. It's going to be a tight contested catch. I would say that I bet 19 expects to make this play. And so again, this slant is a little bit better. There's still no separation at the top. Now we're kind of falling down, tripping over ourselves. I think the ball is kind of low and behind us. Again, it's in the rain, a bit of a sinker, wet thumb, whatever. I would also say that this is not my favorite play to run down here. I prefer, instead of slant flat, to run slant wheel, just because you get another true touchdown opportunity. And very hard, I personally think it's really hard to read the slant and then come off and throw the flat. You almost have to predetermine the flat. In addition, Bryce is trying to hold this middle field player, so he's not really reading out here. Let me say that again. He's holding this player with his eyes. You can almost see him kind of look down here. Well, that's not going to help your accuracy, first of all, and it's sure as hell not going to help you see up here. So the down and distance makes the flat hard. We're stumbling all over ourselves. Okay, we don't create any separation. It still hits us in the hands. Now it's because we're going down and the ball's kind of on our back hip. You would love to see this guy make this catch. You know, for a long time I heard he never had any drops. Okay, I personally put this more on Bryce Young than I do on 19. I still think both of them could do it better for a good play. Either one of them could have helped themselves out here. But again, you can see here, he's looking to the bottom right there with his eyes. He's then late to the slant. Get a little friendly fire there with the Falcons. And the ball's just a tick behind us. And yes, we probably should catch it. Tough. Again, just watching Bryce's eyes here. He's going to be holding that middle linebacker. Just that little IF right there makes it hard to come back and throw this slant on time. And again, just up on our toes. Look like we're playing in heels. Sinker. Again, it's on his back hip. Hits him in both hands. He should probably catch it. That was a close one. Next one here. Again, the rain still coming down hard. And we're going to end up hitting the tight end to the bottom on a corner. Now, this play is all congested because our post by the number 1 gets, first of all, he gets jacked by the corner. Then he gets hit by another DB type. So Bryce Young here kind of sorting this thing out. Good vision. Again, is it a perfect ball? Hell no. Okay. We're fighting through the elements. But I love the fact that he just kind of makes this play because it's not there. Okay, this is where the ball ends up going on the corner. This post down here to the bottom, we get jacked right here. Boom. Okay, so now we're kind of slow down. Then he runs into another guy right here. So it ends up being almost like an underplay. Well, I would bet a lot of money that this thing is supposed to be post, corner, like true scissors. And so watch the collisions here that muddy this thing up and make this thing kind of feel like it's late, because this doesn't look like normal Bryce Young timing. So jacked at the line of scrimmage, dunk. Friendly fire, dunk. Okay, double bump. Okay, that's going to make the corner past the post. So you get lapped by a tight end, never good. And the ball's a little bit behind us, but it's a good enough throw considering the weather. That's a big chunk. So again, just fighting through some adversity. You got to overcome your perimeter right now in Carolina. Help us out, man. Nice play from Bryce in 82. Next one here, 3rd and 3. Massive down and distance here. We're getting aggressive. We're going to hit the number 1 on a switch scissors. This is a hell of a play. Now again, the ball gets caught in a little gust. Okay, fighting through the elements. Excuses or not, it's a reality. Love the vision, the ability to be aggressive like this on this down and distance. Outstanding. Really love the design here. So when I'm saying switch scissors, I'm saying normal scissors, post, corner. Okay, switch scissors here. We're going to switch the 1 and the 2. So the number 2 on the bunch comes out first. The number 1 goes inside. So we're going to get post, which I wouldn't be mad if he threw that just based on leverage. And then the number 1, who's now coming inside, he's coming up and he's running the Sailor Seattle out. So you get this switch, little infinity slalom skiing here. Really nice job from Bryce sorting this thing out. Again, it's going to be a little sloppy. It's muddy. Really nice route though, man. Look at him run away. 15 does a nice job here, just running. Get the little rub, sell that thing. Look at his eyes. Watch 15, the number 1 at the bottom. Inside release, sell his eyes like he's going on an over right there. Get that safety coming down. Whoop. Got him. Outstanding. And again, 3 is a guesser. You know, if he's going to be aggressive, we got to know where he is. He's also going to guess. So right here, he jumps like he's going to take the over. Whoop. Got him. Out the back door on the big Seattle or sail. Outstanding. Last one here to help ice this thing. Back shoulder, bottom of the screen. Looks like he's going to work. 19 on the choice. No. Yes to the back shoulder. And this is NFL open. This is throwing someone open. In the weather. When it matters. Got to have it. Fourth quarter behind dot. Just an outstanding job. Again, so watch 19 in the slot here. This looks like a choice. He's going to go up, turn around. Boom. Bryce doesn't like it. Looking right at him. Down here to the bottom. There's the fade. We're going to get the fade stop. Nice base from Bryce. And then look when he throws this thing. Separates right there. Bottom of the screen. Again, that's a back shoulder alignment, right? The DB is over the top of the wide receiver. The ball location. Now, I don't know why the DB took his eyes off the ball. That's probably why he's playing DB. But that's a hell of a catch. Outstanding ball placement. Beautiful throw. Massive play. Again, would I love to see him with all his cleats in the ground? Sure. Okay. But I can't be the only one. And then this throw is perfect. Boom. Look at that. 2 feet down. Hell yes. Let's go. So that is a wrap. Bryce Young doing a really nice job of overcoming the elements, overcoming not necessarily ideal situation to be able to go out there and do enough to win a game. Now, are we lighting the world on fire, lighting the scoreboard on fire? Hell no. Okay, now were there some missed opportunities in there? For sure. But when you're in a weather game, you've got to find ways to win. And I thought Bryce Young was the reason. He elevated the unit. He was able to extend, create, be precise, be good enough. So many elements that you're looking for a quarterback to do when it matters in a division game, tough conditions. Love to see it. So thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.